Sup, tank nerds, Lottie here again. We have a fair bit to cover. We're also in the festive mood. We put up the tinsel. We've got a fair bit to cover. Let's get straight into it. We have assembled the B bank heads completely. So they're all nice and squashed together. So on any other normal engine, this is where you would find the head gasket. Of course, Merlins do not have head gaskets. The second head is well on its way to being done. It is 90% done. We just need to flip it over, but we're just letting the sealant that I have put on it cure for now. But it is all nice and clean. So when I do talk about cleanliness, I am talking about these surfaces here. These are the important ones. So where the metal meets metal, there. The outside doesn't matter right now. It will, of course, be properly cleaned, but when it's all assembled and there's less likely chance of getting crap in everything. It's already been water blasted, but that's just... It will look very pretty when it's all done, but for now, we are only concerned with our machined surfaces. That is all the essential bits and pieces. Even these bits down here. So these, if I'm being perfectly honest, you don't actually need these. They are just dust seals. All they do, because this is a tube from here to there, doesn't actually interfere with the rest of the block. So they don't matter in the slightest. But it is nice to have little dust seals just to stop stuff getting into them. That's the boring little seals that no one really cares about, but we went into Clark Rubber and got some spare stuff. These ones matter a lot. This distance here, I think I mentioned this in another video, that right there, that distance is the same as the distance here. So it is a compressible, it's a machine surface rather. So that's essential. That's all clean. That is all good to go. So that's what I've been doing this morning. Once we have the head bolts, the only reason we haven't fitted that to our block is because the head bolts are still getting their threads cut to fit in here. Once the heads go on, there are seals that go under here. You're probably not going to be able to see them. But yeah, under there. And they look almost identical to these ones. And you simply cannot, you can't just put the heads on and then put the head bolts on because they'll destroy the seals. And then you get oil everywhere, which is a very common occurrence on these engines from what we've found. So we're not going to do that. We've got to wait for the head bolts to come in, put the head bolts on, and then we're good to go. This surface is also what we've been cleaning. You will also notice the piston heads are on. We've only done the one side because as we are assembling, we're going to be doing the B bank, which is this side here, as so labeled. We'll be doing the B bank first and then we'll do the A bank afterwards. And it just makes life a lot easier when you don't have pistons rattling around on this side. So we just do it one side at a time. So that's really good. We also align it so that we get a nice and straight up and down motion. Peter has finished installing the rest of the pulley drive assembly. All nice and sealed. It's quite a pain actually putting them on because you need to align 3 gears, technically 4. You need to align all of them. And the bearing behind here is a very tight fit. It is a support bearing. I know someone was asking that the other day. There's no clutch in here. It is just the support bearing. And that's because this is constantly being torqued up to the generator. So you need support on the back of it, otherwise it would be rattling constantly and something would damage. And because it is connected to that drive, which is connected to that drive, which is connected to that drive, things go wrong. So that's why that one is there. What else have we been up to? Peter has been assembling the wheel case, as it is so called in the book. Not gear case or anything, it is called the wheel case. So do with that as you will. This controls basically everything else. Oil pump, magnetos, fuel pumps go in here, but we have removed them because we're not going to be using them ones while it's out of the tank. And the starter motor. This actually goes on the other side. This is the engine side. And again, all of these are the machine surfaces, so these all need to be nice and clean. It's going to look a lot less motley once we do paint it up. I kind of like the motley color scheme. See how many layers of paint have been on it over the years. Alas, we will be painting it a single color. But yeah, that's been coming along good. We finally got our anaerobic sealant. Here it is. So we got 3 new tubes of that. So we're very happy. It means we can do a lot of this work properly. So yeah, that's that bit. Last bit for today, I think. While we have been waiting for the headbolts, I've had time to do other stuff. So these are the wiring looms for the spark plugs. This is the cap that goes over the magneto, and these are all the points. What I've done is I've used that, and I've just checked the continuity between each of these points and their corresponding spark plug. Remembering that this is a V12, but there are 2 spark plugs per cylinder. So this drives both banks, but on whichever side. I actually haven't figured out which one yet. I'll have a look at that later. But that drives all 12 cylinders. That also drives all 12 cylinders. But there's 2 of them, and we want them perfect. So it's pretty straightforward. Put one of your nodes there, and you find one, which is down here, and you check it, bing, and then that's all good. What you also need to do is cross-check that this one go down the full lane, and make sure that there is no shorts in the wiring. Basically, if you get continuity between any of these with the one next to it, or any of the ones really in the series, then you've got a broken wire somewhere in this section here, and you'll get crossfiring, which we don't want to do. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this afternoon, checking all these, numbering them. The numbering doesn't matter so much, it's more just for reference. This is of course going to get all cleaned up, but yeah, so we've done that. And on this one, I've done exactly the same, although these points were absolutely filthy. I've just cleaned them up a little bit with some point files, because I wasn't getting any continuity, especially from the yellow bank, which I believe is the A bank. I'll work it out later. So yeah, just checking all the continuity, and I got nothing. So clean these up. Word to the wise, when you do clean these, never, ever, ever use sandpaper or emery paper. What happens is, well, sandpaper and emery paper, they're basically just broken down glass beads, and the glass beads can sometimes stay on here. And as we all know, because we all did science class, glass is an insulator, so you won't get proper continuity. So use a proper point file set. There's your little handy lottie tip for the day. So yeah, making good progress. We're very happy. One last little bit. The reason we haven't taken out the tank is because the brackets are being made up for the whole turret basket is being made up. And they've been up there measuring and welding and doing all that sort of stuff. So we haven't had a chance to take the tank out. It will happen we've got a drive day coming up on the weekend, so we've got to take it out before then. One other thing, we got paint for the turret basket from the same people who admittedly buggered up our green and the blue. They actually nailed it. You can't really see it, but if you look back at some of my other videos, all of this was rusty. I just did a quick little coat over and you can barely tell the difference. So they've actually done quite a good job at matching the paint. Centurions are, of course, a bit of a kind of, like, you can even see the difference in the color from there to there. So it's not as essential, but the fact that we've actually had people come in here and not even realize that I painted that. So that's good. We're quite happy with that, which is a nice change of pace. So there you have it. Quick little update, or long, I don't know. I'm going to call it a quick update. For those who watched yesterday's video, let me know if you want me to do more stuff like that. It's a bit of a pain to film because we are working. So like right now it's the afternoon, so we're actually done for work for the day. But while we are working, it is just a pain to set up the camera and do all that sort of stuff. But if people really like it, I will attempt to find more opportunities to film us working, if people want it enough. If not, let me know, and I'll just keep doing all of these random little things that people seem to like a lot. So yeah. Also, subscribership has been going way up, so really awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for all that. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of the good stuff, and ask questions, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.